Okay, August 19th, Superstition Springs Golf Course in Mesa, Arizona. I tried to get out to do a little game improvement round. So I was going to play 2 balls, try to record at least one of my shots, and try to just see how my swing is. I've been working on getting my hips open at impact, and I did that, but I ended up pulling it on my first ball. But my first ball ended up in the left rough, as you can see. My second ball went into the right sand trap. I overcompensated, but playing my first ball, I had about 120 yards to the pin, hit my gap wedge. Again, I'm set up pretty closed, but trying to open my hips at impact. Almost did it there, a little better, but I hit it right over the pin onto the green, putting for birdie. So pretty good. Natural birdie here coming up. And I should have been working on my putting a little bit because I thought it was going to break a little bit left, but I didn't. I pushed it pretty far out there and it didn't break at all. So bad read, bad putt. It ended up with even par after the first hole. Second hole was a par 5. You can see my first ball is gone. I hit a worm burner. I didn't record it. So here I am recording my second ball. My worm burner went pretty good down the middle of the fairway, but I wanted to work again on my hips, so I'm recording the hip action here and slowing down my swing. You can see I do try to get my hips open at impact, which actually helps me throw my club down the line a little better. So my drives were going pretty straight today, just with that thought of trying to open my hips. But this ball was nice. I ended up taking my first ball, bringing my second ball back to this position. Again, working on my hips, throwing that club down the fairway. And I pushed it to the right, down short of the green, about 80 yards short of the green. Second ball, I overcompensated and pulled it to the left. But using my first ball, one of the things I've been working on is swinging all the way through my short wedges. This is about an 80-yard wedge. And I did that pretty well here, but I just didn't regulate my swing very well. And so it ended up going long, but still on the green, giving myself a chance for birdie. So here I am putting for a second opportunity for a birdie, and didn't quite read the left to right break as much as I should have, but another tap in par. Pretty happy with that. Third hole is an uphill par 3, about 148 yards to the pin. The pin was back today, which I didn't realize, but my first ball I hit on the green, short, but on the green. This is my second ball. You can tell I hit it up there. You can actually see it up there closer to the pin. This is my first one, just taking my first ball, putting it up there for a birdie up the hill. Had a good speed on that, but ended up having a nice opportunity there for tap-in par. This is the fourth hole, tough hole for me because I always drive it into that road on the left. So I didn't hit record on my first ball, which was another worm burner down the middle. I got to record the second one, beautiful shot. Ended up taking the worm burner, of course, just to play my first ball. And watch my hips here. They actually clear pretty well. And the pin was back deep in the green, and slowing down my swing, I wanted to see how my hips cleared. Not as much as I still want to, but the ball ended up just short of the pin. So I had this putt for birdie, didn't quite read it correctly, so it didn't break quite as much as I thought it would be. Coming up on the 5th hole, tough driving hole, I pulled it just a little bit to the left, but it ended up still in the fairway, just not as far as I'd like to. I don't think I cleared my hips quickly enough. Second ball went to the right as I overcompensated again. So playing my first ball, I had 145 yards, 8 iron, up to the pin. Pretty close stance still, and got a pretty good swing on it. It went to the right of the pin, but deep with the 8 iron. Still get a fist pump there. Second ball was just short of the green. So here's my first ball, deep, and putting for another birdie. I thought it was break a little more to the left. Bad read. Another par though. So here we are in the 6th hole. This is I think the hardest par 3 on the front 9. It's 190 yards. My first ball is gone already. I went deep into the right, so I changed to the 5-iron. Got this on the green a little bit to the left of the original ball, but still putting. So I took my first ball, 4-iron deep, putting through the fringe. And as you can see, the fringe cut it up and made it break quite a bit. So I was pretty much conceding a bogey. I was trying to play fast because the people behind me were catching me. And I thought I actually missed this putt because it was going to break a little bit more than I thought. And I caught the lip and it went in. So got lucky there. 7th hole, par 4. First ball went to the right. This is my second ball. Had a pretty good swing on this ball. Again, good hips. Didn't take this second ball. Took the first ball because it went to the right here into the rough. First ball ended up short of the green. Here's my second ball. Went on the green, but again, playing my first ball. Here I am short of the green, chipping. Actually, no, I putted from off the green here. Putting for birdie through the fringe. And the fringe is really grabbing things, so don't think I hit this hard enough again. And here I am leave myself with a long par putt. And again, probably didn't take as much time as I should have, but didn't quite make the putt like I wanted to. So bogey. So here I am on the 8th hole, par 5. First ball went straight down the middle, but short. Second ball, same thing, straight down the middle, a little bit longer. But I was able to record that one. So here's my first ball. It was short, so I thought I'd just play layup for a nice, nice approach. Played a little 6-iron down to the middle of the fairway to about 80 yards to the green. So here I am, 80 yards. I didn't play a second ball. The people were behind me were catching me. So here I am, 80 yards with a little flip wedge. And I cleared my hips pretty well. Nice swing all the way through. And I was really happy with this shot. Ended up giving me a fist bump here. So I had this for birdie. And wouldn't you know, I finally put a good stroke on a putt. You can hear me say, yes, finally made a birdie. So playing a little bit better. Now I'm back to even par. Playing the very difficult 9th hole. Road on the left, water in the front. So I took my 5-wood, put a nice swing on it, right down the middle. Not playing a second ball here, so I pushed this to the right, down into the sand trap next to the green. So again, this hole is a hard hole. Hitting out of the sand. I didn't quite hit it as hard as I should have. You can see it kind of pop out there. So I ended up short of the pin. Sand is a little softer than I thought. So I have this long putt for par. And I think it's the jinx of the 9th hole here on this course. It broke a little bit to the right, and I didn't quite hit it hard enough. So there I was, 1 over par on the front 9. Number 10, which used to be the first hole. Again, close stance. Not playing 2 balls because the starter's watching me. But I hit it where I typically hit it, right into the sand trap. So here I am in the sand trap. This is interesting. I kind of skull it. And if you know this first hole, it has a grass bunker, and it kind of like created a racetrack berm on that. And my ball ran around that and up onto the green. So here I am putting for birdie, kind of a lucky shot, but putting for birdie on the 10th hole here. And it was focusing on the grass, unfortunately. But here it is, breaking uphill, and I missed it, tap in par. Here I am on the 11th hole. First ball, since I didn't nobody around, I could play the 2 balls. First ball here, didn't quite get my hands through. But my swing was pretty good, but I ended up slicing it, as you can see, into the right rough. Second ball was right down the middle. Didn't play that one after that, but here I am into the right rough. This was a tough one. I didn't quite get down on it, too focused on my hips, and I sculled it. Went way long into the back trap, up on the back down slope. Second ball, I kind of overcompensated, hit it fat. You can see it a little chunky, but it was right at the pin, but short. So playing my first ball out of the trap, I was on the down slope. It's just impossible. I wanted to make sure I got it out, and I did. But it went long over the green. Now I zoom in here so you can just see my chip. Well, sure, I wanted to show myself raking the trap, showing I'm a good citizen there. Here I am chipping for par. Not taking as much time as I should, but chipping for par. And it went a little bit long. So now I have this for bogey. And sure enough, didn't play it correctly, so double bogey on this 11th hole. So here I'm on the 12th hole, par 3, 165 yards, got a 6-iron. And I have a really good swing on this. The guy's caught up to me, and sure enough, I hit it in the trap. So I didn't hit a second ball. I wanted to make sure that I didn't cause too much delay. So here I am chipping out of the sand, and it gets caught up in the rough. So here I am, I'm thinking, okay, just get it close so I can get a bogey. Putting from the fringe. And I guess good things happen sometimes. Sunk it for par. Pretty lucky there. Somehow I didn't record my drive on this hole, so I have this approach. That was my first ball, right at the pin. Really good. The second one, same thing, but a little bit closer to the pin. So I took my first ball short of the pin. I got this long-ish putt up the hill. Just want to make sure I get it up there to tap in distance. And I did. Break, 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 break. Oh, very close. So tap in par. Next hole. This is a strategic hole. You just hit a hybrid off the tee. And beautiful swing, beautiful shot. Left me about 75 yards to the pin. And there's the guys in front of me. They were walking off the green, so I thought, I'll just show them something here. This is my old sand wedge swing where I don't follow through. You can see I just kind of chonk at it, but ended up being really good. About 6 feet short of the pin, but on the green. And here I am, putt for birdie. And try to put a good swing on this one. And I make a bird, so very happy with that. The group behind me was a little bit slow, so I was able to take 2 balls here. Here I am recording the first one. Had a good swing on this. You can see cleared my hips. Hit it right down to the right side of the fairway. Here I am with my approach on this par 5. Get it up to about 75 yards. And then with this little sand wedge, I kind of scolded, but I'm glad I did because it ended up going the distance I needed to, a little bit long. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record. For some reason, my recording stopped on that putt, but I made it for a birdie, so thank goodness. This par 3 always gets me. The 16th hole, I'll tell you, I have a trouble. End up short almost every time. So 6-iron short of the pin, short of the green. Have this chip here. Pretty good swing on it. But missed my putt, so I ended up with a bogey there. All right, 17th hole. Try to put a good swing on my first ball here. And I do. I think my hips clear pretty good. Very good. End up with a really nice one. Second one, pretty much the same. So here I am in the middle of the fairway, just pulling up with my 5-wood. Another good swing. Same thing happened on the second one. They were almost identical. They were really close to each other. So I have this one here, about 120 yards to the pin on this par 5. First shot here, pretty nice. Ends up about 30 feet short, but on the green. Second one, pretty much the same. So here I am putting for bird. It's kind of an uphill putt. I just want to make sure I get the speed right. I didn't read it quite the way I wanted to, but good enough for a tap in. I guess you could call that a tap in, but the group ahead of me was kind of watching. Nice par there. And the 18th hole. I didn't get to record the drive, but it ended up being right here. Pretty nice. Had a 7-iron in. And it ended up about 20 feet short, as you can see on here. But this for birdie. Last hole, people watching. I want to make sure I at least get it up close to the pin. Yeah, the greens were a little bit slow, so you had to make sure you hit it. And oh, so close. Nice little tap in for a par. So what an amazing round. It really helped concentrating on clearing my hips. It was magic. I need to continue working on that.